every time it was 900 times the uranium. You know what's going on this time. You know that I had found yet another new element contained in pitchblende. It's such a small part of pitchblende, but it was fiercely radioactive. And for this reason, I called it radium. It took me 4 more years to purify it down to the actual radium crystals. Remember those little blue crystals glowing in our lab? I knew that we could patent our arduous method of purifying radium and make a fortune. No more worries about laboratory space. Or I knew that we could open up our unique method of purifying radium and publish our method for the world to see. I said at the time, this radium is going to be of use in curing disease. It is impossible to take advantage of that. Well, this story is coming to an end. Much of the story ends for me in April of 1906, though I lived until 1934. It was a rainy, very rainy day in Paris. And Pierre, probably thinking about the next book he would publish or the next class he would teach at the Sorbonne, stepped off a curb into the path of a heavy wagon pulled by galloping horses. And this is the time in the story when I have to find a way to go on without Pierre. I went up to his body and I told him, I don't want to go on living without you. I can't go on. I have loved you with all my heart, and I can't go on. I walked around for days, a zombie, not caring about anything. But then I realized Pierre had not left me entirely. He seemed to be sending me energy to go on living for Irene and Eve, for science, and for him. I found a way to go back to work. I found purpose again. I gave some of my radium to other scientists to study. I knew my stash of radium was considered a national treasure, and I was responsible for its safekeeping. And as the Germans approached Paris during World War I grabbed up my precious gram of radium, I boarded a train to Bordeaux, and I locked that gram in a bank vault until the war was over. I knew how valuable X-rays could be near the front lines of battle. They could help doctors see where bullets were hidden in human flesh. Irene and I fitted out 20 mobile X-ray units and trained X-ray technicians, and we ourselves went to the front lines of battle to serve. And those mobile X-ray units were called Little Curies. Oh, and I founded the French Radium Institute in honor of Pierre. It was, after all, my destiny.